Hello and welcome to episode 58 of my Planet Explorers tutorial Let's Play series. This episode will be undoing the quest Finds a Computer. I'm sure that should really say Find a Computer, which of course is part of the quest Find the Survivors. Just to show you, I've been back and made myself a few more of my favourite Sentry Type 3s, so I'm good to go when the game lets me, after it's finished doing its autosave. There we go. Right, so we got to head over here. And this is one big island. Absolutely massive. Oh, and there's some plants that I can... Can I harvest them? Oh, maybe not. Anyway, this is where we've got to go, over here. Let's just check the map. Yep, so I'm right nearly on top of it. So it must be this tower here. Hopefully this will give me a point on the map I can teleport to, which would be good, because then I can fast travel back and forth. And it looks like I've got to go a little way over here. There we go. What is this? There's a record on here. Oh, hopefully it'll be something like Elvis. What does the record say? I have only scanned the basics, but it's a record of how the survivors here dealt with life and their research into solving the GRV. But it just ends with the words, "They're here." I have no idea what it meant. It meant that they got obliterated by the sounds of it. Could it have been the GRV aliens? Yep, that sounds likely. Possibly. I'm going to stay here and look around. When I'm done, I'll go talk with Koi about it. That's a nuisance because David has actually got a quest. Well, he's got that exclamation mark. And I don't want to go over there because some big flying turkey bird thing, dragons, are over there. So I don't know where David's gone. We've got an up. There he is. Stop running off. What on earth? Let's see if I can catch him and talk now. Anyway, let's explore around here because I'm not. Oh, there's David. He's back on the map. Can I talk to him? Come on. Let's get back to the base first. Now you're talking sense. Right, so he wants to go back to the base. Are we really done here? I imagine we are. So yeah, that's all there is here by the looks of it. So he's saying we got to go back to the base. Let's try that. I think he's trying to run back there. I'll save his legs and just teleport us back. Of course, when I loaded back in from the last episode, I was right underneath them two flying dragon bird things, and of course they just started to rip into me again. And so you need to be aware of that. If you log out or finish a save and then exit the game somewhere where there's a boss type creature or tough creatures, they will respawn on you. So try to move a distance away before saving and logging out. Okay, let's talk to Pleiades, because that was another one that I needed to do, quest-wise.
Hello.
Why did you join this colony mission?
My mother was an astronomer. When I was young, she passed away due to the H9N11 virus.
Lots of viruses.
I'm just trying to let her see what it's like out here, you could say. I know she would have loved it.
Anything new on your end?
I'm still having a hard time studying the virus. It's offing itself quickly whenever I try. It's more advanced than anything I've seen or worked on before. Developing an antibody is going to be impossible since it's changing its surface receptors on the fly. I'm almost at the end of my rope. But the way our people are dying...
So everybody on this planet has this virus?
I believe so. This virus pretty much explains what's going on this planet. I don't know which idiot decided to play God. and release such a genetically destructive agent onto the world, but the changes must have been profound.
Why are the natives still alive then?
We'll need to have some blood samples from them to be sure. But I'm guessing that most probably did die from the different vector viruses. The current population of the natives are minuscule, right? They're probably the survivors that adopted to the GRV. Something to follow up on if we ever survive this ordeal.
What do you think of the effect of the GRV has on the life on the planet?
It's hard to say. I will have to get Agnes to run a few simulations to see how the virus affected the local life. It must have been dramatic and systematic. Life on this planet was probably very different before the virus was released.
Why would anyone release a bioweapon like this?
That's one of the things I want to study next. What's the end goal for the weapon? From the effects on us, I can tell that it tries to kill the host. That's nice and simple. But a relatively simple mechanism to help other viruses mutate would be enough for that. Why does it have this complex system to keep making it different transplants?
Have you found any more GRV-like viruses?
Fortunately, no. The GRV mutates based on its core formula, so once we figured that out, it was very easy to spot, since it's so different from the rest of the local viruses.
Okay. Have you sent the vaccine formula to Earth?
I consulted with Michael over this, and we did eventually decide to send it off. We did a general broadcast on all broadcasting frequencies so that everyone can get it and know how to control it. The last thing we need is for someone to make a weapon out of it. If some other alien species in the general direction of the solar system also gets a copy, well, that can't be helped.
The Puja has asked us to help them cure the GRV. Should we?
I'm a doctor, you know. No matter the race or species or nationality, I'm all for saving lives.
Wow, that's good to hear. Especially being a doctor and all. They could turn out hostile once we save them. Now you just stop it. That's being negative.
Yes, of course. But the way I see it, they were on their way to the stars and someone took that from them. If we can help them get back on track, it'll be a major boon to our relationship.
Yep. Have you ever heard the Dark Forest train of philosophy?
The one where it postulates that all civilizations in a resource-limited universe are by nature self-preserving, and thus will try to eliminate all competitors if at all possible? Sure. But I'd like to think that we're better than that.
Okay, I'll go tell Michael. Okay, so that's Pleiades spoken to. Now I've got several creatures out there somewhere attacking my base, which means that they're all off running over the place shooting their guns, which I guess everyone likes to do every now and again. Ah, here they are. Oh, and there's David. Let's talk to David Aslanoff again. Nice to see all my pumpkins are planted.
What do you want now?
Ah, right, so we did the first one, so he's got these two more here. I'm going to say that's all for now. Let's
Have a nice day.
go talk to Michael. I've come back to him. So he's got 2 further quests. See what Michael's got.
Yeah?
Pleiades wants to help the Puja.
I figured she's a compassionate lady, but I think we should hold it off as a carrot. Something to put on the negotiations table if it's ever needed.
That's a good idea in actual fact. What about your shop? You got anything good for me? Yeah, not really. Okay, so let's talk to David Aslanoff, because he's the last one that I can do here.
What is it?
Let's talk about... Tell me about the wind belt. Koi told me the wind belt isn't natural. It formed when he was a boy. It greatly disrupted global travel. The Puja government sent several investigations into the waters around the equator, but none returned. The Pager claimed to have done the same, so that's when they started blaming each other. Koi said the two sides had a decent relationship before this all happened. Does Koi think the GRV aliens are responsible? And that sounds very likely. Koi calls them the Dian. He said parts of his government started believing in their involvement after the virus started spreading, but it was too late. He's more or less resigned to the fate of his species and is just sitting there waiting to die. It's a very sad story. Tell me about... Oh, so that's it about the wind belt. Okay. Tell me about the Pujan station. Pujan and Parjan had a joint research station on the far side of the icy moon. This was their pride and joy when it came to science achievements. There were about 20 people on that station. It was supported by a Pagan launch centre on the west side of the continent, plus another launch centre in the northern continent. When the virus hit, they told them to hold out and see what happens. When the bombs started flying, they lost all communications. Are they still alive? Are they still there? And are they still alive? Coy isn't sure. He's been trying to make excuse me. Coy isn't sure. He's been trying to make contact for decades, but since they need a relay from a Pagan satellite, he's not had any success. Maybe we can help. That's the plan. I'm still discussing that with him. That's all. Okay, right. Where does that lead me now? Ah, we've got another exclamation mark. So let's go talk to these. I can get past my pumpkins. So he's around here. Ah, Todd Yeager. Let's talk to him.
How's it going?
Where have you been?
We covered a large swath of the north. That's why I was gone for so long. We went all the way to the ocean. Anyway, I heard from everyone about what happened. I'm sorry I couldn't be here for that.
That's okay. Tell me about the north.
The north part of the continent is mostly plains beyond the mountains, very much like the grasslands to the south. The locals used the area to fight their wars. We ran into several war parties while there.
Michael has assigned us to talk with the pager.
Michael's already talked to me about it, and I agree. The Puja were ready to wipe us out at a drop of a pen, so we shouldn't trust them even with the peace treaty in place. We need to use the Paja to balance against the Puja if at all possible. Let me mark the Paja city location on your map. Go when you're ready.
Okay, so it sounds like we're off to Paja. Let's go talk with the Parjans.
Got it. Lead the way.
Okie doke. And there we go. So we've now got undiscovered country. Make contact with the Paja. Now, hopefully this will go better than with the Puja, where it was all guns first and talking after. Anyway, let's have a look on the map and see where the heck we have to go. Ah, there we go. I see a little dot there. So, next question, where is the closest I can teleport to? And it looks like it's the Viola camp. That's very close between Andira Nest. I'm not going to go near Nest though. So, what's that? Oh, that's a crash ship. Wiles camp. So it looks like here. Okay, let's teleport there. That'll get me a bit closer to my goal. Right, so here we are. Now what I'm going to have to do is, let's have a look at the map. So I'm a little ways off from the Paja. And let's point myself in the right direction. Is there anyone left here? No, there isn't. Let's put down my plane. The first thing I want to do actually is see... Oh, there's the timer. Let's see if there's any resources quickly. I always like to check for resources when I'm travelling around new bits of the map. Always nice to find out if there's more ores. So I'm going to select them all and scan. Let's see if there's anything up here. Especially as it's at a place I can teleport to. But that's a shame, there seems to be nada. Nothing here. Yeah, they're all selected, I'm sure. Yeah, so nothing here at all, which is a shame. But I do like to keep checking. Right, well the timer's gone, and as I've now got to fly from here to here, I'll do that off camera. So in the next episode I will get myself to just before it so we can see what happens. Wherever you are in the world, God bless you and keep every last one of you safe. Thank you for watching and have a fantastic day. Goodbye.